On to my Sagittarius. So you Sagittarius have the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the Justice. Then you have the Ten of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, the Devil, the Ten of Swords, Four of Wands. So for you Sagittarius, what I'm seeing here for you Sagittarius is the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles. This is about how a lot of you Sagittarius, oh wow, you got to give a round of applause. A lot of you Sagittarius have a better understanding of what a healthy relationship is. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. It's something where the two of you are being reciprocal. Finances, you care about each other, you care about each other's feelings. You have the best interest of the other person as well as yourselves in mind. That's very true. The Nine of Pentacles, the Justice, the Ten of Wands. The Nine of Pentacles is about but there was something hiding behind the surface when it came to this person. And you realize that you and this person are not compatible in that way. So the Justice and the Ten of Wands represented how it is a lot of you Sagittarius needed to move forward with this. You needed to actually do yourself a favor by leaving this person alone. This person was not going to do right by you in the future because, you know, they didn't do right by you before. So what makes you think that they would do right by you when the two of you got even more of a commitment with each other? They wouldn't do that. So the Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Devil represents this relationship even made you feel trapped. You know, this relationship even made you feel trapped. You know what I mean? And the Devil, this person's in the cage, right? This mermaid is in the cage. The Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, even though at first this person seemed to be the perfect partner, you know. And this could be somebody whom you just now started to get to know, but obviously they're in your not so distant past, right? Meaning you just got to know them recently, between 1 or 2 weeks, potentially even 3 weeks. And yeah, you had to stop talking to them because even though things started out at first where, you know, this person showed they were going to be promising, they had issues. So the Ten of Swords and the Four of Wands represent, so as a result, a lot of you need to understand that what you've got going on is a lot of you Sagittarius really want to kind of break that curse, right? Break that cycle. And to be quite honest with you, Sagittarius, y'all are already doing that. The mere fact that you Sagittarius know that about yourselves and you're willing to accept that not all relationships are meant to go over well. Because that's another thing too that we need to discuss, right? Not all relationships are even meant to go over so well. A lot of times people think that a relationship is a lot of times people think every relationship is supposed to go well. Well, if every relationship was supposed to go well, don't you think that you would already be married to one person already and there would be no need to talk to other people, right? Unless, you know, you don't care about marriage and you're still going to go ahead and do your thing. There's a lane open for people who do that. I don't get into the politics of that. I don't care. Point is that, but again, not every relationship is meant to be long lasting. And a lot of you Sagittarius are starting to understand that too. That not every relationship is meant to be long lasting. The Knight of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles represents how a lot of you Sagittarius are supposed to also understand that, because not everybody is really on point. Not everybody really even wants to be in a long-term. They want it, but they're very much so afraid of it. And you Sagittarius, to a certain extent, a lot of you Sagittarius are kind of afraid of that too, you know, because any, you know, you people know who've been with me for years. There was a point in time where I was trying to tell Sagittarius, like, look, like, there's a lot of people who would like to talk to you, but when you pay attention to Sagittarius, right, people like the game, people like, you know, the Sagittarians of the world, people like the Brad Pitt, people like, you know, the people who are born up underneath the star sign Sagittarius, Miley Cyrus. You know, y'all get it from your Gemini opposite, which a lot of y'all take on a lot of stuff and y'all get overly stimulated with it. And a lot of you Sagittarius are fire signs. So the way that you do that, you manifest it in a way of energy, right? Because fire is energy. Fire is combustible energy. The point is that the way that a lot of you Sagittarius sometimes manifest it is trust issues, thinking that, you know, people are working against you. Like I said before, you know, as like double and triple agents. People thinking that people are like, you can't, you know, you don't want to be in relationships. And that's a trauma response, you know what I mean? Because there's a difference, and this is something that where me and one of my friends was talking about, is that that's the difference between the two. You can hold on. There you go. You can hold on to, you can have a lifestyle where you can choose to not hold on to anything too tightly, like myself, or it's a trauma response in the sense that you're using that as a means to not date or not go through pain, not go through adversity. And there's a difference there. And the reason why I'm saying that there's a difference in perspective is because and this exemplifies what it is that I'm talking about. It's like this, because things didn't necessarily go so well with you, you're like this. A lot of you Sagittarius, regardless of whether it's that y'all know it or not, y'all are coming out of that, but y'all are like this, the Ten of Swords, like, what is going on? Like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, very wary, hyper aware of, let me not be so attached to this person. Let me be willing to let this person get out of here. Let me kick this person out of my life. Let me be the stallion, the wild horse. And people don't seem to understand that a horse is going to be a horse regardless whether, because you got to understand, a horse doesn't trust everybody. They're like, see, this is why it is that I say that Sagittarius doesn't understand. Y'all don't understand your own selves in that regard, in the sense that if you've ever paid attention to a horse, right? If you've ever paid attention to a horse, right? A horse does not trust everybody. A horse may have 1, 2 riders. The horse will still be a stallion at the end of the day, because what happens if somebody else was to mount the horse and try to control the horse through the reins? The horse would probably buck the person off, or try to shake the person up off of them. So what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that it's the same thing that goes for you Sagittarius. There's no need to have this fear of, if I get attached to somebody, you know, what's going to happen? Because y'all are still horses at the end of the day. There is no such thing as a tame horse. There is no such thing as a tame horse. That's the catch-22. There is no such thing as a tame horse. A horse that's tame that's tame is not a horse. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of you need to get here to the point where a lot of you Sagittarius understand that you have to be willing to go through the difficulties that you're able to go through, because not every relationship is supposed to work. Not every relationship is supposed to go smoothly. No relationship is meant to go smoothly, but not every relationship is supposed to work. And a lot of you Sagittarius may be taking it personally when relationships don't work out, because now a lot of you start looking at it like, well, I can't attach myself to anybody because I'm disappointed with how a lot of people move. But a lot of you Sagittarius need to start paying attention to your own selves, in the sense by understanding, because like I said before, my Capricorn video that I just made, it's up here, Sagittarius. A lot of that stuff is your approach. It's your how you get approached, your engagement. How do you interact with the world around you? And you have to be mindful of that, right? Me being a Virgo, I'm still learning how to do that better myself. But for you Sagittarius, a lot of you Sagittarius don't understand that you don't need you can be in a relationship and still be the wild horse and still have that sense of freedom, you know. There just has to be a level of communication and understanding and practice between the two. And once you have that, you can pretty much have things going your way. You know, the whole hypocrisy after that, or whatever happens after that, is just hypocritical. It's the other person's insecurities showing up, right? Because there's, like I said before, there's a difference between not holding on to people because you waiting for the other shoe to drop, and then there's a difference between not holding on to other people because you understand the bigger picture, right? I don't hold on to anyone or anything because I understand that people have their own free will. And I understand, right, that because I understand that people have their own free will, trying to keep them near to you, trying to keep them in your life will only make them dislike you even more. So if I say that I love the person and I'm going to respect the person's lifestyle, how they choose to live their life, I have to respect it. I have to allow myself to have this person not even be in a relationship with me. Now that's healthy. Is it traumatic? Is it adversarial? Of course it is, because the willingness to accept that discomfort, to understand that it's not always about you. Yes, it is very discomforting, but at the same time, it look at it. Which one would you rather be? I would surely rather be this, where I learn to accept things for what they are and look at the bigger picture, as opposed to this, which is the idea that I can't hold on to anyone, so I won't hold on to anyone because they're going to leave me. Do you Sagittarius understand the differences of ways of life and mindset of this? One side is ready for the shoe to drop, and they won't keep someone because they assume that everybody's going to leave them, and the other person will try and is willing to go to get to know the person. But if things don't work out, they understand that they'll understand the things that they did wrong, the things that they did right, and how to start over, and how to not dwell on the discomfort that they've been through, and potentially get someone. You understand what I'm saying? So ultimately, again, it just goes to show you that a lot of this stuff is mental. A lot of these, you know, in essence, a lot of these dating coaches, and I'm not picking on the dating coaches, I'm just using their talking points. A lot of times that's where the dating coaches get you, because the dating coaches will have you laced up in the sense that, oh, well, the reason why it is that such and such is because they don't respect you. Now, of course, a lot of us want respect. We all want respect, right? Generally speaking. So when they tell you those types of things, it's to get you to feel insecure within your own self, instead of you just moving forward and talking to somebody else. They're trying to get you to take it as some sort of personal challenge against yourself, instead of you understanding, okay, if the person doesn't like me, I'm gonna just go talk to somebody else. It is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? They look at it, they tell you, oh, the person doesn't rock with you. And that's the differences of mentality. One side is short term, the other side is long term. It's a lot more, trust me, it's a lot more happiness over here. So let's clarify. Let's clarify the devil card. Let's clarify the devil card. Seven of Swords, the Magician, Ten of Pentacles, the Hangman. Right. The Seven of Swords and the Magician, again, understanding that, you know, yes, people can be very disrespectful. They can be hard to get along with sometimes. Yes, and they don't want to accept responsibility for their own good, right? For their own selves. The Ten of Pentacles and the Hangman, also at the same time, yes, you Sagittarius have put in a lot of energy, put in a lot of effort, but don't allow people to scapegoat you. Don't allow people to try to convince you that what you Sagittarius are and what you've got is evil. Because Sagittarius represents the wild, Sagittarius represents the untamed reality of people. The idea that that's what Sagittarius represents. Sagittarius represents free will, the spark, the soul, the untamed real you that no one can really ever tame. They can tame the body, but if you have a soul, they can never tame your imagination. They can never tame your soul. They can't do that stuff. Your imagination is the real you. People can never tame your imagination. You can never tame your thoughts. What it is that you think is what it is that you think. They could do whatever they want to you. And a lot of times you Sagittarius don't understand the principle of Sagittarius. Like I said, you got to study the horses. You understand? You got to study horses. There is no such thing really as a tame horse. So let's clarify the... Matter of fact, I'm going to leave it here. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers by the end of June. As of right now, I have 6,490 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. Peace.